Hi everyone, it's Chris Mary from Howard Hanna Lakewood, and we're going to just do a quick overview of the idea of virtual live open houses. One of the reasons why I wanted to do it this way is this is a little bit of practice for me using Zoom with a screen share, and it's going to just help me get better as we go ahead and continue to present these things live on Facebook. So bear with me if there's any weird things that happen. So I'm going to throw this into presentation mode. All right, so what we're going to be doing is covering 15 points of contact for your virtual open houses. And the reason that we're calling it this is because when you do a virtual open house, you're provided with this great recorded asset that you can distribute through all of your social media websites and use it on howardhanna.com as well as the MLS. And so I want to emphasize that. What we're talking about isn't just the open house, it's what you can do with the open house when you're done. When you're choosing an open house for your virtual open house, you need to think about it like you would think about it for a regular hosted open house where people would be coming in the front door. We've got 4 areas: urgency, interest, ease, and presentation. So urgency is it a new listing? Does it have a price reduction? Are these things that potential buyers want to see? Interest. Obviously, some markets are a little bit hotter than others. Take that into consideration right now because that will increase your viewership. We had an open house through our office that is a really, really well-known house in a really, really hot city. Like, that was a great option to do a virtual open house because everybody wanted to see the inside of this beautiful Victorian house. Ease is important because one of the things that we have to be considering right now is the optics of what we are doing. So I'm encouraging you to do vacant homes or to do homes that sort of appear vacant when you're listing them, appear if they're staged and maybe not occupied. When you're at the house, make sure that you have gloves on. Make sure that you're touching things as little as possible, because there's this idea that even though that we are deemed essential, we want to show that we're still working in a very responsible way. And then the final thing is presentation. Choosing a house that's easy to do a virtual open house is important. A 5,000 square foot house may be too large. That's a lot of steps just to get through a house or to get through a property. You want to make sure that you have good internet access at the house. And so is there still wireless at the house that you're hosting? Or is your cell phone coverage good enough in the location of the house? Because you want to make sure that it presents really well. A house doesn't have to be this beautiful, perfectly staged remodel house to make a great virtual home tour. You can pick something that needs some remodeling and talk about the ideas that you would have for this room or what you would do with this area. And that could be very compelling to viewers. So once you have chosen your house, obviously we want to get it scheduled. And the places you want to have it scheduled are in the MLS. In Northeast Ohio's MLS, USMLS, there is an option to say that it's a virtual open house, and then you can provide a link to the place where you're hosting it live. So you can provide a link to your business Facebook page or to your business Instagram account, and people will know that's where they're going to be able to find it. You also want to schedule it on howardhanna.com. Now, there is a little bit of a caveat at this moment, and this is going to change in the near future, but right now there's nothing on howardhanna.com that says it's a virtual open house. So you want to make sure that you're also changing the verbiage in the listing at the beginning where it says virtual online open house in large capital letters. There is a small chance that somebody could show up to your open house in person. And you have a choice. You can either allow them to come in and take a tour, or you can say, no, this is just purely a virtual open house. We're not allowing guests in. Either way, you probably would want to put a sign on the front door saying virtual open house in process. Please wait, I'll allow you to tour the home after, or virtual open house only. You can find me live on Facebook at your page. And then the third place you want to schedule it is definitely on all of your social media websites. So you want to make sure that you're getting it on Facebook, Instagram, and even LinkedIn, and maybe even YouTube if you're an active YouTube user. The base of the event is going to be a Facebook event. And the reason that we want to do that is the algorithms of Facebook actually shares an event further. So more of your followers will see that you're having an event. It also is an ongoing marketing process from the time that you schedule the event until you have the event. And then you can actually use the event afterwards as well to continue to connect with people who have marked themselves as either going or interested for the event. It'll just create a bigger presence for you. And everything that we want to do right now is about getting every opportunity out of this that we can. So once you've created your Facebook event, in the event, you can have a link to the actual house that you're hosting. You can have a link to your Real Scout account. You can really just put whatever information that you want in there. We do the event from an office level. So it's got all of the open houses that will be happening that week or that weekend or that day. For the event. This coming weekend, I think we're going to have about 12 virtual open houses. So we're going to break it up into 2 days. And so that event will be 2 days long, according to Facebook. So you want to announce your event on all of your professional social media, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Again, just getting it out there. What can you put on Facebook? Well, you can share the event itself. What can you put on Instagram? You can make a Canva image promoting the event or a video promoting the event. And then the same thing for LinkedIn. Don't forget to share this event on your personal profiles because obviously you're going to get a whole new group of people there. And what I love about personal profiles is that these people are your advocates. They're your wingmen. They're your people that want to see you be successful, right? So ask them to mark that they're going or interested to the event, because if they do that, it'll get shared on their page. And we know that if you see an event on Facebook and there's 0 attendees, well, you're less likely to mark that you're going to attend. So it's almost like we want to pad that event registration with the people who know, like, and trust you and really want to see you doing your best. Sharing it on your personal page is also a really great way to reach out to your sphere to show that you're working, right? To show that you've taken a difficult situation and you've been able to pivot your business to accommodate it. So I think sharing it on your personal event is a critical step. Once you've got it all scheduled everywhere, at some point throughout the week, you want to make sure that you're posting what I call teaser videos, things that are reminding people of the upcoming event. And here we have some examples of what your teaser videos or pictures can be. Share some interior pictures of the house. Share things that are interesting in the neighborhood. We serve some really, really neat places. If you've got a house in Cleveland Heights, talk about University Circle. If you've got a house in Tremont, talk about all of the great restaurants. I love the idea of the picture of you holding an eye-catching sign. I know that when I spend time on social media, when people have those signs that they're holding on the chest, I read them. I see what they have to say. We know that videos are probably the number one way of sharing your information. You can choose to put captions on your videos. That way the people who are sitting there and not listening can still get the message. And it shows your enthusiasm. You can see how you feel about something when it's a video. And if you're excited about your virtual open house and you think the house is awesome and you communicate that in a video, your followers and your friends and family are going to see that as well. And then the last thing that you might be able to do is to share the Howard Hanna Mortgage Service open house flyer. This has some really great information on it, and it's going to appeal to a certain type of buyer. So tease those throughout the week. You can put one on Instagram on a Wednesday, put one on Facebook on a Thursday, put one on LinkedIn on a Friday, and create a drip campaign. Or you can do all of them in one day if that's just how you're scheduling things. Before you go live, we want to put another teaser out there. And this is another way to show your enthusiasm and your excitement for what you're about to do. Show that you're doing something different to get out there and service your clients. So about 30 minutes before you post, go live. Say, I'm so excited. I get so nervous about going live on my business page, and I want you to watch and tell me if I'm doing a great job. Tell me what you think about the house. Again, pulling your people from your personal page over to your business page. And then there's the whole open house. And don't be nervous because you've got it. It's not that hard. Live is one of the most authentic things that you can do to reach out to potential clients and to your sphere. So here are some quick tips, and I'll let you go over these on your own about what to do at the open house. My biggest tips, I think, on here are to have a little bit of additional information, have some marketing information that you can give about what's either happening in the immediate market around the house that you're hosting or in a larger, maybe county scale. Just having these facts, again, shows that you are an educated realtor. You're not just a door opener. You're not just the host of a home. You're someone who's taking all of the market conditions into consideration when you're working with somebody. The second thing that's going to do is it's going to fill some time, because when you're walking through a house, you want to make sure that you're walking through slowly. You're stopping in rooms, you're pausing, you're panning, you're allowing people to ask questions, you're greeting people that join you. And just having this additional information will give you those moments to sit there and allow people to absorb the house. And then the other important thing to consider is when you're finished with your virtual tour, don't be in a rush to end your live video. You're probably stressed out, you're probably sweating, you probably think you did a terrible job, but you didn't. And you're there and you're live. So let's extend the video and give people an opportunity to ask questions. You can even go through the house a second time if you want to. You've walked through and you've pointed everything out. Now you're going to walk through and revisit all of your favorite parts of the house or the highlights of the house. Just don't be in a rush. A virtual open house can last 30 minutes. They can last an hour if you want to really hang out and see who's going to stop in. People don't always join your virtual open house at the beginning of the virtual open house. They might jump in about 10 minutes into the video. You might need to catch them up about some of the details of the house that you've already gone over. So don't be afraid to do the house twice, but at the very least, make sure that you're lingering at the end and going over some information for a second time. Once the open house is complete, you can breathe, right? You're done, you did it. You've overcome that obstacle, that hurdle. What do you do with the video? So you want to make sure that if you've done your live on Facebook, that you're downloading the open house from Facebook and you're sharing it to other places, because you've got this really great asset now that you can use to market yourself and to market that property continually. So these are the instructions on how to download the open house from Facebook. It's a very simple process. Once you've done it once, you have it down pat. Once you've downloaded the house from Facebook, you can now upload it to Instagram using IGTV. So IGTV, I think that once you're a verified, I think it's on IGTV that you have to be a verified account, and that's just really having them email you something and clicking onto a link. You can upload things that are hours long. So your 30-minute video can just go right onto your IGTV with a preview on your Instagram feed as well. And so that's going to take advantage of an alternate group of followers and friends that you might have that just prefer that platform. It's also going to give you some content that's on your page as well, which is really nice. Posting it on YouTube. Now, a lot of people are still learning to incorporate YouTube into their daily business. This is a great way for you to get some content on YouTube, but YouTube is also going to serve as a host to put it other places. So once you've downloaded your live video from Facebook, you can put it onto YouTube. Make sure you've got a great title, make sure you've got some information about the house, and now you've got content on YouTube and you can use it other places. Posting it on LinkedIn, the same way. We know that there are a certain group of potential clients or current clients that prefer LinkedIn over every other social media platform, right? It's almost like a revolving resume and they want to see this information. Put your video on LinkedIn, use it for those potential clients, and use it as a networking tool as well. We use our LinkedIn to network with other agents to increase our referral opportunities. The more content you have there, the more likely that you're going to get one of those referral opportunities. Don't forget that you can also post this video on howardhanna.com. And so the way that you do that is you go into the property maintenance tab of website administration and you add it as a virtual tour. Now this is where it has to be hosted on YouTube to do that, because you're adding a link that's going to take somebody to that YouTube page to see the video. But now you have the option of having a Matterport tour or another type of 3D immersive walkthrough, and you can have this video tour. Keep in mind, you don't just have to use the live video for this link on howardhanna.com. You can use a produced video there as well, but you've got the live video, so you might as well use it in as many places as possible. On Yes MLS, you can also post it there as well. So Yes MLS allows you to have a 3D virtual tour, the property panorama, which we love so much, and a third virtual tour as well. And so this can be your recorded virtual open house. You know, there are no rules currently right now about branding issues for this virtual tour. The MLS has actually been very accommodating with not saying you can't have anything that's branded in this link, but do keep that in mind with what you're posting here. You don't want it to be heavily branded or over branded because that does go against the spirit of what the MLS is all about. We want other agents to feel comfortable sharing this video with their clients just to increase the exposure of the listing as well. All right, so we've shared it a bunch of places now. We've had a ton of touches. We've got a few more that we can take advantage of. And so this is the follow-up post that you're going to be doing on Facebook, Instagram, and maybe even LinkedIn. And this is where you talk about how successful your virtual open house was. Talk about the house, remind people of it. You know, as you begin to do these week after week, you're going to have a variety, right? And you want to show your potential clients and your sphere and your family and your friends that you service $150,000 listings as well as $400,000 listings. That even though your office is located in Lakewood, you service homes in Mentor, or you service homes in Westlake. So this is an opportunity for you to show the variety of what you're able to do. You're going to have some great numbers. Even if during your live open house, let's say you only have 10 people that are there with you when you are live, that video is going to be viewed hundreds of times afterwards, right? And so if you can say on your follow-up post, you know, thank you so much to the 560 people that watched my video, what is that? That's proof of success. And success breeds success. So the next time you have a video, someone already knows, well, somebody else watched the last one. I want to make sure that I watch this one. And they're more likely to tune in live, or at the very least, watch the recording of it that's broadcast on your feed afterwards. And this is a great time to announce your next open, to say it went so well last week, we're doing it again this week, this is where I'll be, this is when I'll be there, you know, pay attention, register for the event. So what we've done now is we've created 15 points of contact. And honestly, there are more that are available than these 15, but let's start with 15 because that's a lot. You've created your Facebook event, you've made announcements, you've done your teaser videos, you've done some personal videos, you've actually done the live, and then all of that follow-up videos that you get to do where you're posting it in all these different places. Those are times that you can use to actually share your howardhanna.com page or to share your Instagram page on Facebook or vice versa. So there's a lot of opportunities just from this one event that only takes about 30 minutes to do. You know, you've created a week's worth of advertising material for yourself. Don't be afraid of the virtual open houses. They are incredibly successful for our office right now. We are seeing that we're getting over 1,000 views, sometimes way more than that when we do our open houses. And I do think it's important to note that when we come out of this, when we're on the other side of this pandemic, the idea of these virtual opens and virtual open houses is going to stick around, right? We're going to continue to do them. So do them now. Get all that awkwardness out, get all that practice out, take advantage of the environment we're in, and add a new skill to your repertoire of servicing your clients. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via email, call me, text me, send me smoke signals. Just don't knock on my door, right? All right, thank you so much, you guys. Have a great day.